Hi guys, it's Denise, and today we're going to be taking a look at what is in my propagation trays. First off, I don't use trays, I actually use mini greenhouses, as you'll see here. I will be going into a lot of detail on how I do my propagation in another video. So today I'm just going to focus on what is in my propagation greenhouses. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the lid off. The first thing that you will probably notice is that there's a little bit of algae buildup on the soil. That's fine. Where I keep my greenhouses, there's an increased amount of light for a little bit in the spring and in the summer, in the spring and in the autumn. And what that means is there's just more light, so more algae builds up. Now I do only water these succulents in my propagation trays about once every 3 weeks or so. And I do it, I'll show this in my other video, but I don't actually water from above. So no water hits the top of the succulents. But water does sit underneath them. So algae does grow if there is a lot of light. Now, for the whole rest of the winter and like the middle of the summer, there isn't any algae growth normally. So yeah, doesn't really hurt the succulents. It's just kind of ugly. So I'm going to show you, first off, the big guy in the middle. I made a video, I think back in April, on succulent graduation day. When I flipped over this leaf, I thought there was absolutely nothing going on with it. Turns out there wasn't. There was a little dwarfed, distorted little succulent dude that was growing upside down into the soil. So I flipped that leaf over, and a few months later, I have this gorgeous, almost full-size succulent. Like, that is an actual succulent that needs to come off of its leaf and go outside. It's absolutely gorgeous. Even though it's not getting a lot of sun right now, you can see the color is just beautiful. And I have so many of these outside. I actually have to, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of them, to tell you the truth. So anyways, to continue on with my propagation, it's a little messy and all over the place, and I don't even know really what's in here, so we're going to find out as we go along together. I usually only propagate when leaves fall off succulents, so yeah, it's been just throwing things in over the course of months, and this soil has been in here since the fall, guys. I've never changed it, and I've never had bugs in here, so I don't know, it works. So first off, there's this guy, the Echeveria. And then I'll just do what's in the front. You can see all around here, back here, and also over there, we have some sedum burrowtail. And those, I think it was in March or maybe April. I did some propagation where I just made some new plants for my mom, and those were just the little guys that fell off. So they, I find, will propagate a lot better in a moist environment, or when they're just placed on the top of the soil of the plant, slightly shaded by the plant itself. I find they do a lot better that way. So that is those guys right here. That's an Echeveria Black Prince, Black Knight. Oh, I always get confused, but one of those. One of those, the one that has these shaped leaves. And it has a little baby coming out and a little root, but it seems that it's rooted just on top of a piece of bark there, so that's not very helpful. So we'll fix that up after. Under here, I don't even know what this guy is. I think he came off one of the little, I don't know if it's a Echeveria or like a pack of item, or I don't know what it is, but I think I have it outside. So, or maybe it's even an Echeveria. I don't know. It's a mystery. That's what it is. And back here, I do have one that looks like it got some water on it and then did burn a little bit. That's the only one that looks like that. I checked it for bugs and I didn't find anything. So I and I've never had bugs in here, so I think that it just was a little bit of burning, but it started to actually outgrow that, and I think it'll do just fine. And I think this is an Echeveria Debbie, but I'm not sure. It just could be a different Echeveria. I wasn't sure that I had that. It was off a no ID plant, but it kind of looks a little bit like the one Ray gave me. Also looks a little different, so. So this is the plant that I got off Ray. Its color has changed because I did treat it with horticultural oil, but it was near a plant that had spider mites, and that's all taken care of now, by the way, guys. But look, it has a baby here, baby. And then if you flip it around, there's a couple more babies coming in down there. It doesn't need to be put in a bigger pot because it's not getting enough water. That's why the leaves look a little bit dried out, so I'm going to be doing that soon. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same plant. Is the other one? I just don't know. You never know with the Echeveria. Very hard for me. Okay, and the back here, the one that's lost its leaf is the Echeveria purpusorum. So one I can't ever say. I'll put the name down on the bottom. And I can even see, I'm gonna see if I can get you guys up close. Oh, the zoom on my camera isn't very good, but it's already got the little markings that succulent has. It's so cute. So cute. Okay, what else do we have here? This is a leaf that I found on the ground in a nursery near my parents' house. Or no, I didn't. I don't know. Did I find it on the ground? I don't even know. I found it there, but I didn't know what the parent plant was. So, or did I? I can't even remember, but I know that this is what happens when you have a lot of succulents. But I know that I only had the one leaf, and I've already grown a full plant off this leaf. When it was done doing that, it was still very healthy, very full. So what you can do, guys, if you just have that one single leaf, throw it back in. Look at that. It's put out a plant with 3 heads. That's awesome. And that it's already done its job and made a plant for me. So that is just fabulous. Moving on back here, that is a sedum. I'm not sure which sedum it is. It's just a green sedum. And then I'm going to flip this around. And this one, I think this one was the same. I think this also might be the same as this, like a Debbie, but this is mush, so that needs to get taken out for sure. So that is propagation tray number 1. And I'll go get the next one. I do have 3 on the go right now. Okay, so next up you can see another propagation tray with some pretty full-size succulents in it. Part of my propagation method is a set it and forget it sort of a system. I'm not constantly monitoring them. They just basically do their thing, and this is the result of them doing their thing. Probably should have got these bad boys out of here a little bit sooner, but we're gonna do it today. So I'll go ahead and take that off. And you can see right here in the middle, there is a very large Echeveria purple pearl. Oh, what a surprise. Oh my gosh, guys, I had to see. I didn't even know those were in there. That's hilarious. Okay, so I should stop touching that. Echeveria purple pearl. Covering up a whole bunch of very, very stretched out sedum burrows tails here, but some nice looking plants already going on in just a few months. Down here is a golem jade. I will zoom you in, although it is embarrassing because of all that white stuff. Okay. So again, the zoom is not fabulous on this camera, but you can kind of see he's getting his little leaves there, starting to look, did I say golem jade? He's a Hobbit jade. And I did do some propagation off of this plant because I only have the one Hobbit jade. So was one where I actually did take a few leaves. Very covered in the mineral deposits. That's that white stuff there. I feed these guys with the water from my frog tank, so there is some minerals and some salts in it. So that will definitely happen. Okay, so over here we have another one down here. And so that, oh. Okay, so this is a succulent. That is the leaf. It has just, you know, rotted right off, but this guy's fine. And I'm gonna plant him up today. Again, I haven't looked in these, so I didn't know that was there. Normally, what I do every single day, not normally, I've been doing this whole time. I flip the greenhouse so it gets sun from the other direction, and then I flip the lid so that the air opening is on the other side as well to allow airflow from the other side. So I usually will remove anything if I see a rotted leaf, but this was completely covered by the succulent, as you guys can see there. So didn't know that was there. Anyways, I'll get that out and plant him up later. So this is another little Hobbit Jade here, but at the back, this is a Golem Jade. There is a little bit of difference when they're this small. I don't know if you can really tell though. Okay, I think it looks a lot better without the zoom, so I'm just gonna go ahead and film this without the zoom. Okay, so next right beside it we have this guy. Oh, I'm so glad I have some of these. So, oh man, Ray just gave me the name on this one. If I can find it, I'll put it down on the bottom. But it's a really beautiful succulent when it's full grown. Oh my gosh, is it ever beautiful, guys. And I guess I have a leaf down here from something that isn't doing much. Oh, that one has a little something on it. So I guess when I set up a new tray, I'll put those leaves in and see if they do much. So it looks like almost all of these are coming out of here today. So that will be an excellent succulent graduation day for this tray. And I guess it's on to the next one, the final tray. So I forgot to mention the biggest succulent here, which is a California Sunset. I forget what the type of plant it is, but it's a something California Sunset. I just found that out, and I'm so excited to have another one of these because I only have one, so that is amazing. And I didn't purposely propagate this. This leaf just fell off, so yay, free plant. So this final one is the only one that looks normal with no full-size succulents. So this has been something I just threw random leaves in, again, like most of them. Oh, that was kind of loud. Oh, actually, I think I tried to do more of a more visually pleasing circle with my little baby burrows tails here. So again, more burrows tails. I only kept maybe 1/10 of the amount that fell off, and now look at how many that is, even just those. So I don't think any died. Yep, nope, they're all still there. So this tray has nothing. I have probably about a 95% success rate with this. Maybe even higher than that. I'm not very good at numbers, but really, really high. Now, I do want to point out these over here are Echeveria Lola, and they have done nothing except for put out tons of roots. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually remove those roots and then try to restart these. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but they have been in here now probably for about 4 months and done nothing. So except for all that root development. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try the restart method on those. In the middle here, which is the last succulent in here, because there's not a lot, guys, I have a very, very small Crassula campfire. Itsy bitsy little tiny thing, and they do propagate just from a single leaf. I took a clipping off the top of one of my succulents and made it into 2, and this was a leaf that was actually kind of squishing a baby, so I just pulled the leaf off ever so gently, to allow the baby to grow better, and I wasn't sure, threw it in, and there we go. I have a succulent there. That is definitely a succulent. So that is all for my what is in my succulent propagation tray video. Stay tuned for my video where I explain how I water these and how I can get away with basically just leaving them for so long and not having to do much to them. I'd love to share my method with you. It's definitely going to get a lot of dislikes, I think, because it is so different, but just keep in mind, guys, that the different things work for different people, and this may work for you, this may not work for you, but it might be something that you want to give a try. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. So while I was editing, I realized that I completely forgot about my little experiment I had going on outside. About approximately a month ago, I had an Echeveria, what's it called? Pink champagne that started to rot. It had been wet and cold, and yeah, it wasn't really warm yet, and then the weather changed, and I don't know why it rotted, but I was able to save some leaves, and I thought I'd try something different. I literally just threw them onto this tray without soil at first, and for a few weeks they just sat here underneath my my chair on my balcony. And then once I saw a little baby coming in, I decided to throw down some soil and just throw that like that, and I've just left this. Like, I haven't ever tended to these ever, and all of the leaves are alive. We have good roots coming out on the one, and we have a baby on that one. And there's even more little baby there. So that's awesome. I definitely think that I will just continue to leave these like this. This has been an experiment gone right, for sure.